All right, guys, welcome to Cybertruck 1. Well, we're getting close to being completely finished with this insane double camper project. Today, we're just going to go over this new propane Mopeka monitoring system I have for the Victron energy. So let's go take a look. But before we do, take a quick look here. Look at that, 20 kilowatt hours of battery with a Tesla charging station. Double 48 volt Victron energy system. Follow along. We have a ton of information to go over in the next coming weeks. We just got this thing back from the shop after all the modifications, but for today, like I said, let's just go over what we're doing here. But just for point of reference, this is referred to as the Cyber Phoenix. It's for sale. You can buy these. They're being produced in Denver, Colorado. That's the Fusion hyper camper from Australia, and first one to ever be here. But so when we're discussing back and forth, you know what we're talking about. Anyway, in order to install this Mopeka sensor, it's quite easy. Take it out of the box, you break out your iPhone, you open up the app, you connect it to the app, set a few parameters, you come in here, you install these little metal brackets that hold the bottom of the tank just off the ground enough, I guess, so you're not having any Bluetooth issues with the sensor making it out of this metal box and getting to, in my case it would be, or in many people's cases it would be the phone, but in my case it's going to be the Victron energy system, which is fantastic because they have you can hook up any type of measuring device, fans, heaters, tank sensors, propane, water, black tank, whatever you want. This one happens to have a tank sensor for the water, but for this one it's a real pain in the neck. These sensors, or excuse me, these valves here really stink and they're never accurate, and of course they're affected by temperature. So this thing is really good. You get precise measurement. Anyway, I took a little bit of this grease that you see in this little tube right there, put it on the sensor, slapped the magnet on the bottom, and that's basically it. And then we're going to go inside and I'll show you how we hooked it up. All right, so we're inside the Cyber Phoenix. A little messy in here because we're doing some work, and we pulled out the dinette table so I could clean up and vacuum and do a few things. Anyway, here is my display screen for the Victron. It's really nice nowadays, this VRM it's called, for Victron Energy. I can basically go on my laptop. We'll look here. Basically, here's the Cyber Phoenix or the Fusion. And so we're on the Cyber Phoenix, so I'll click on that, and here we are. We're making 380, whoop, it just bounced around, but there's our solar production, DC usage, our charge percentage. Now this system has a 400 amp hour 12 volt system, but the other one has a 20 kilowatt hour 48 volt system. And again, I can go back and look here and look at the other one at anywhere in the whole world. I can control this entire either camper. Anyway, so let's go back. So when you come on here, you'll basically see it won't be named propane. You'll ultimately have to change it. But you go into menu, you go into settings, you go all the way down to the bottom, and it says I/O. And there you go into Bluetooth sensors. In this case, I already have it turned on, but under Bluetooth sensor, you'd turn it on, it would then locate the device, you would pick it, turn it on, and it's on here now. And then you go in further into the settings and just set what size tank it is, and let me see here. So under setup here, I'm in propane. I've changed the name to propane tank. But you would set all the parameters depending upon the size tank, how many gallons, the metric system or US, whether it's LPG or whether it's something else, like you can see here. It can be fresh water, wastewater, live well, oil, black water, gasoline, diesel, LPG, LNG, hydraulic oil, you name it. Anyway, once that's all set up, which took maybe 5 minutes tops, this whole project, I think, could be done in less than 20 minutes. If you're good at it, you've done it before, probably faster. But anyway, here's my, here's battery percentage, DC power being used, just like the things you saw on the internet on that laptop I had. Making 359 watts of solar. We have no AC loads, no input because we don't have shore power at the moment. Anyway, I swipe this over, There's my percentage. We're 100% full. I have it set for a, you can set it to 10% or a percentage, so the alarm will go off, and we'll probably add one of these sensors here to the water tank. Anyway, this is how other Victron energy is making your life easier and better, even with aftermarket products such as this. Anyway, we'll be continuing to update all kinds of things like this, probably adding water, but at the end of the day, be sure to follow along when I start going over all. You have no idea. I literally just tip of the iceberg here of what this camper can do. That is basically a rolling EV charging station. We have 2 setups here. It's going to be super cool. Cybertruck 1. Follow us, like, subscribe. You know the rules. See ya.